All right, everybody, welcome to the final episode of Season 6, Rambling Through Everyday Life with Fran and Angela. My name is Fran, and I am one of the co-hosts for this podcast. Angela, welcome to is this going to be a grand finale or just a finale or just another episode?
This is the grand finale of the season, because when I told my family what I was doing this morning, I said, I'm going to record our last podcast. And everybody went, what? And I said, no. Of the season.
Of the season.
I caused a ruckus.
Yeah.
Among the 3 people in the car with me this morning who have never listened and never will. But they all were like, what? They know I have a lot to say, and they know that you have a lot to say. And they know that there are people who appreciate what we have to say.
Yeah.
So on behalf of all of us.
Yeah.
They were genuinely concerned that we weren't coming back. But we are.
Do you ever see the word grand spelled Grande?
Grande.
But they don't say it that way?
It's the fancy grand.
Is that the
with the silent
Then
D.
that's what we are right now.
We're the grande without the spoken.
No, I just say we're fancy grand.
Yes.
Fancy grand finale. There you go,
fancy
everyone.
Finale.
Mm-hmm.
The fancy finale episode.
Mm-hmm. Here we are. Welcome, everybody. Summer is just like kicking off in some form or fashion wherever you are. You're either, well, by the time that this will air, I feel like all high school graduations are wrapping up because next weekend's Memorial Day. So everybody will have graduated before Memorial Day weekend. So school season is wrapping up. And, mamas are either like, woohoo, or, oh, dear Lord, what are we going to do all summer?
Or all of the above.
Or sad.
There's some mamas like my sister who are very celebratory and also exhausted.
Yeah.
And shout out Danielle, who is one of the best mamas I've ever known. But my nephew David graduated. And also, they go to the state tournament Tuesday.
That's fun.
Madison Soccer has advanced again, and they did not expect this team to go very far.
I love that.
And it's just so much fun when you're a senior mama, especially. And it's like, we're not done yet. But then there's a part of you that's like, are we ever going to?
I know. This is going on into July.
My nephew Emmett graduates 8th grade that morning, Tuesday morning, and they thought they'd be in Murfreesboro Monday night. But it worked out where they can watch him graduate, jump in the car, go to Murfreesboro.
Love it.
I will not be part of that.
No.
I'll be cheering from here.
Yeah.
But it felt like the longest week of my life last week because of all the things that hit at once. And we talk about how we both have a very high capacity, and you managed to completely outdo my week and make it look like I was sitting still. So we have so many fun things to talk about on this episode.
I'm struggling. I am tired today. Tired.
And you have earned that right to be all those things in all the capital letters.
I've done nothing.
You are amazing. You have done it. You have adventured it up. You have the grand with the silent E adventure.
Grande finale.
Grande finale with all the adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also have some things we could, maybe or may not talk about for actually 2 weeks, because last week we're not going to talk about our technical difficulties.
Well, I told y'all about it. If you listen to the 17-minute episode, I started off and I was like, I cussed and cried. No, I didn't cuss. No, that's a lie. I sure did. I sure did. I've never, ever been so frustrated with this podcast than I was then.
That was so hard.
Oh, it was just beyond, if I could have strangled the podcast, I would have.
And you had no capacity for one more thing at the point in May and at the end of the semester when you're crawling across the finish line, and then for it to just really show out.
Well, and here's the thing. I know how to fix things when it comes to this show. I know how to do things. And this one was beyond really fixing. And it was like, well, I could have uploaded the episode and there would have been 3.5 minutes of silence. So by that point, you would have tuned out. And so there's no point in that. I couldn't even add, hey, just listen for 3.5 minutes.
Hang in there.
Just fast forward.
Fast forward.
I couldn't even do that. So,
goodness.
Anyway, here we are. Last episode, best episode.
Well, one thing I really super love that you did in the episode that we didn't see coming, the one where you just were Fran, just saying, hey, we're so frustrated and also sorry that nothing was able to come out for you all, but you did a fabulous job, first of all, solo on the podcast. We've always talked about people like Christy Knuckles, like how do they just talk alone?
I don't know. And I didn't have a script, and that made me a little nervous because I didn't really know what I was going to say, but I feel like the professionals in the room have a bit of a script that's been written for them.
Probably. And you were a rock star. It was if you have not listened, go back and listen. It was a fabulous episode. And I love that you went back through the scripture verses because it really is like a journal. And it reminded me, it was so sweet as I was listening to remember, oh yeah, in October, this was our verse. And I remember praying this verse over this situation or this person. And you're going to laugh at what I'm about to say because it's very Angela. Okay. But I'm going to be serious and also silly. But going back through those verses was so cool to just, especially as we wrap up the season. I think we should do that again with just a recap of that. But then I thought, Fran always says, I don't have a word of the year. And then Dr. Dub always says, Fran, your word is Jesus. But I thought the way you were explaining the verses felt just like the way I view the word of the year, where it's like it's just kind of running behind the scenes, like the soundtrack and kind of...
Well, that should be scripture.
You're praying it, and I always choose a verse that's, the word is in a verse that I choose. And then I remembered last year's verse and word, and I remember the one before that, and I was like, what was my word and my verse for this year?
I don't remember.
Well, guess what?
Okay, what?
I don't remember. So then I even dug out my January journal and I can't find it anywhere. So maybe I didn't choose a word and a verse this year.
No.
But I always do.
No, I have a feeling you did. And I bet if you went and looked at the first episode we did in January, just go through the transcript of it and you'll find it in there.
Well, I'm going to have to do that because clearly it is not stuck in my brain or my soul or my spirit the way it needed to.
It's hidden in there somewhere. Okay. It's hidden deep in the crevices of your heart. It'll come out.
I do know that last year my word was peace, and I prayed to maintain a posture of peace, and I chose to do that instead of getting aggravated at myself for not knowing what my word was.
There you go.
But all that to say, I love how you did the recap on the memory verses, and I love how that it really was sweet to see from beginning of the season till now, just how that flowed through.
I love our verses. I'm very thankful that we have them in our spiral.
And the Tennessee play.
I know.
I will always, that verse has come up, I don't know how many times since you taught us that. And I just start immediately rattling off.
Yeah, just make sure you're not rattling off. Tennessee is right.
Tennessee is right. Play.
Hang on, that's not the scripture. That's not it. But no joke, that's just how my brain does weird things.
It really is cool.
Yeah, to remember.
And then also, I started watching American Idol this season. And I know we talked about it because Kaylee was there at Belmont for some of the taping. And then I just did not watch it until the end. But the entire top 5 are very outspoken Christians and sweet little Hannah Harper. And the way the top 3, there's been so many clips of them praying together and worshiping the Lord. Yeah. And how
she's
beautiful.
Adorable. She's just the cutest. She looks like she's 18. She's just precious. I really fell in love with her. American Idol, just like all these other shows, there's people at work that were talking the other day about Survivor, and there's all these shows. They've been around for 1,000 years, and I'm like, one season feels like 10 years. So I kind of have to check in and out a little bit,
right?
Because it's just so long.
Is Survivor still out there?
Oh, yes.
I've not watched it. Who was the guy that was like
Jeff
the villain that won?
Oh, I don't know.
One of the very first. I can still see his face.
But it's like, I'm exaggerating here, but it's like the 50th season. And
that's probably true.
It just feels so long. But they're saying, and Chip has been really, really into this one. And part of why I don't watch Survivor, well, I don't watch American Idol thinking I can do that either. But I think you people have lost your mind. I can't do that.
No,
I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do it.
We are, Cole has the shooting sports that he's part of. This year, for the first time, we're going to nationals, and it's in Sparta, Illinois. And I rented a campsite and an RV.
Oh, it'll be amazing.
And that's the closest to camping I ever want to be. And we have air conditioning, and we have sheets on beds.
Do you all know how to operate, hook up? Is the RV already hooked up? You don't have to do anything.
Oh, listen, this is the most cushy camping ever. They deliver it. They hook it up.
Amazing.
They come pick it up. But I get to say, look at us making s'mores over the campfire because we're camping Griswold style. lifestyle, except we're not doing any of the hard stuff.
Would you consider that glamping?
Oh, absolutely.
Me too.
There is not one thing Survivor adjacent to any of that.
No, I'm not sleeping in a tent on a ground, even on a blow up mattress inside the tent on the ground.
One time our blow up mattress got a leak in it and we woke up on the rocks on the yeah, that was it. That was before kids. That was many, many years ago. And I said, I will never do that again.
I see a bear coming to kill me in the middle of the night is what I see.
Yeah, after my s'mores.
I'm not interested in that at all.
No, thank you. But I do think this counts as one of my 50 adventures.
Absolutely.
It sounds very adventurous.
Well, it is.
Also, did I tell you I went to the scalp massage place?
You said you were going, yes.
Oh, y'all. Everybody find one in your area.
Which one did you go to here?
I went to Eden.
Yeah.
And I can share information with anybody that wants it. Precious, precious people. It was the most relaxed I've been in a long time. There is nothing more curious and disgusting than them showing you up close in real time. This is what your scalp looks like.
When I see videos of the scalp analysis, I'm like, that's to me is equivalent as any other bodily analysis.
Yes.
That's terrifying to me. I'm sweating right now.
I did not need to see what I was shown. I could have been fine without it.
What did they say to do different? Or do they tell you that?
Well, here's something interesting.
Because don't show me this without some kind of plan.
No, she gave me some tips. One of them is I get under the red light for my face. But she said you can, unless you have the one that you wear, if you have the one that you can stick your head under to put the red light on your scalp. And you can do it every other day. The other thing, I had either some inflammation or some sunburn. We think it was probably sunburn. But I am terrible about, and my granddaddy died from melanoma, but I'm terrible about remembering my scalp will get a sunburn. I just assume that my hair is adequate to keep my head. Well, I should. I just don't.
Because how does one exactly put sunscreen on their head?
Well, you don't. You just got to stick a hat on your head. Or I guess you could. I don't know. That would be weird.
But I read a whole thread the other day about this. Listen, this is like, is this real?
We go down some rabbit trails.
AI generated. But this woman, she said that she was Gen X, so that would be us. She said, I'm Gen X, and my mom didn't really teach me stuff about hair, makeup, skincare, that kind of stuff. Is it really true to double wash your hair? Like wash it twice and then condition it. And so, I'm like, well, that's what my girl Tammy, she's my hair wizard. That's what she does. She washes twice. Scrubs it twice. But the thread and the comments were just amazing. I was like, you know what? Ultimately, you do whatever you want to do.
I've seen them where people get in a fight over not using a bath cloth in the shower. And I'm like, why are we even saying this out loud? Just everybody go get clean. How often to clean your sheets on your bed? And
yeah,
like,
I can't.
I don't like seeing what other people think is fine.
I know.
It makes me, I will judge you.
Yeah. Well, and
this is gross.
As a grown adult, now, if you're in high school or college, and especially a boy, well, then I am going to have strong opinions about what you're probably not doing. But if you're a grown adult with a family, or just a grown adult, I'm just going to trust you to make the best decision that's good for you. And I don't care what you do. I really don't. The only request I have is if I come stay at your house, I hope everything's clean that I'm using.
Yes.
I want clean towels and a clean sheet.
100%.
But what you do all the other time, I honestly don't care.
And the way people fight about it. Just like, which way to fold a towel. I'm just impressed that somebody's folding the towel.
Who cares? You fold it however it fits underneath your your bathroom cabinet.
Some days ours just sit in a pretty little pile on the counters.
Whatever makes you happy.
I know. It's just so silly.
Yeah.
That is a sign to take a break from social media, if there ever was one, when I start getting irritated.
I thought about that because of this, being at the whatchamacallit. What's it called?
Campground?
No.
The spa?
The spa. You ain't double washing your hair at the campground. No. One time, listen,
that's for hats and dry shampoo only.
One time, my in-laws, they had a really nice RV. Like a nice RV. This would be back in the, let's say 2005 to 2010, because I can think about how old the kids were. Well, they wanted to take this RV down to the beach, to Destin. There's a really nice campground on the beach in Destin on Highway 98. If you've ever been down there, I promise you've driven by this campground because it's just been there for so long. They wanted to go, and Chip couldn't go. So I went with my in-laws and my 3 young children in the RV, and that was something else.
But now I'm imagining Survivor. Like, do we vote people off? How do you get all that sand out of the RV?
And we would take showers in like a little community shower area. So it's like, you got to put your clothes on, put your flip-flops on, grab your towel, all your bath shower stuff, and then go do that whole scene and then put those clothes back on and walk down to the RV. And sleeping was something else.
That is not a vacation.
Oh, no. The only reason why I was able to pull that off is because I was 35 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But
how old were the boys? Were they little?
Well, if it's 2005, Dylan was born in 2000, so he was 5. So the others were 7 and 8.
They loved to not take showers at those ages.
The pool was their shower.
That's right.
And so they were having the time of their lives. Meanwhile, Mama was over there going, how far is it to get me back home?
I remember the first year Kaylee went to Camp Lakeshore, one of her friends was also there who was a boy, and his mom was horrified because when she got him home and unpacked his suitcase, she had sent him with a brand new toothbrush and a bar of soap, and neither had been opened.
That's disgusting.
All week.
Disgusting.
She's like, I don't think he used soap or a toothbrush the whole entire time.
Mm-mm.
He loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Mom was not impressed.
Yeah, no. Mama was like, oh, get in here and we're going to the dentist right now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll professionally clean those teeth right now.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, well, I want us to talk about your time last week.
What'd I do? On Friday? My day on Friday?
Mm-hmm.
My day on Friday.
You and I have not talked about this yet. It's my favorite.
Oh, gosh, y'all. It's exhausting.
Your boys are going to remember this the whole entire rest of their lives.
Well, and this is only the second time I've done this, but I knew, I don't know, let's say back in March, I told Clay, remember Clay's our oldest. He works for United Airlines. Remember, this flight doesn't cost me a dime. Remember that? It doesn't cost me anything other than I'm flying on a non-reserved ticket. So you have to know that there's enough seats you're going to get on that flight. So there's a lot of things that go into planning this. But I knew back in March, we're going to go to New York for the day. We did this back in December. We're going to go in May, because May is a fabulous time to go to the city. Kids are still in school. It's not crowded.
Weather's perfect.
Weather's phenomenal. Like, it's just a great time to go. May and October are the key times to go unless you want to do Christmas. So we planned it. I had him look at his work schedule. He picks out 2 dates, and I put them on my calendar, and I just don't book anything on my calendar. I don't plan a meeting. I just know that there's a real good chance one of those days I'm not going to be in the office. And so Chip was going to come, and one of his ladies that's worked for him for 26 years is retiring, and it was her last day, and he didn't feel right about leaving. And so when he said that to me, like, this was like literally just last weekend, I was like, well, what if I present this to Tyler and Tyler could go? So I mentioned it to Tyler, who, by the way, does not have a real ID. And I was like,
but Tyler has his mama's spirit of adventure.
Oh, he does. And I knew
he is the most type B. Let's go.
100% type B. And so I said, I brought it to his attention, asked him, I said, do you want to go? And he was like, oh my gosh, yes. I was like, well, these are some things that you've got to do.
What are the rules?
Yeah. In the next 24 hours, we're going to take your birth certificate, because at this age too, like, do you have proof of residency at the resident you live?
Oh, goodness.
Like, where do you have a bill?
And y'all have moved.
Well, he has his own address.
Right. But even the house that you would have, like your house, childhood home, that's changed.
So do you have, do you have your lease agreement? Do you check your mail?
Oh, my goodness.
Do you have bills? Because everything's online now. Like, do you have documentation? Because we had his birth certificate, had his social security card, but you have to have proof of where you live. Yes, I think I can get that. And I was like, well, We're about to find out. So, and then Clay also has to get him approved through the airline. Just because you've got a real ID, like there's a whole system, a process for this. So Clay also had to get him approved, and that can take up to 72 hours. Keep in mind, this was Tuesday, and we were planning on going Friday. So Tyler gets everything done. The birth certificates have to match and show that I'm the mother, because United Airlines needs to see that this person is Clay Thomas's sibling and they belong to the same mother, yada, yada, yada. So Tyler goes, gets his real ID, and I was like, okay, great, here we go. Now, I have 2 rules. Number 1, you cannot complain because we're getting up at 3 a.m. because our flight out of Memphis starts boarding at 5:35. So no complaining. I don't want to hear, I'm tired, one time. You are not going to steal my joy. You do not get to steal my New York City joy. And I don't remember what the other thing was, but so
probably no complaining again.
Probably,
because I would be the one that forgets. And says,
yeah,
I'm so tired.
No, I can't do it. And so anyway, he got approved through the airline, got his real ID. When I tell you, I've already told you this, Angela, but when I tell you we walked into that Memphis airport at 5 a.m. and that line it felt like 10 miles long, because, it's one central security checkpoint.
Is it because it was a weekday? Was it business travelers?
I don't know. Who the heck knows? I don't know. And the line was so long. I have pre-check. I could have just skedaddled right on through, but no, I'm going to stay with my son because that's what you're supposed to do. And
this is like the person with the Android that turns the group chat green. Sorry, Android users.
Yes, you're just like,
come on now.
Oh, I need you to get with the program, and I need this line to move. I was praying, Lord, just give us some favor. Just give us some favor. So we get all the way up there. I go before him because that's just the way that it fell. And then I look over my shoulder, and the guy that's taken his paper copy, his temporary real ID, and his driver's license, the government's not done with you. You're going to pay $50 because you've got a temporary real ID. So he had to scan a QR code, fill out a form, and pay $50. I was like, well, this is the stupidest thing. We already paid $30 to get the real ID, which I'm not even sure why we have to do that. Like, why do we even have real IDs? And so anyway, so he was draggy, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I'm looking at my watch. It's 5:40, 5:45. I know they're shutting the doors to that plane around 5:50.
Oh my goodness.
And so I'm just like, oh Jesus, because I didn't tell him this at the time, but if he didn't make it, we ain't going to the city for the day, because that's your one shot on United Airlines to fly out of Memphis to New York. So I was like, oh gosh, okay. So he gets through, and Tyler, also being type B, is just kind of like, la, 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 la.
I'm going to get a coffee. I'm going to get some breakfast.
Oh my gosh. And I'm like, dude, we got to go. And so we're flying. We literally, it was the very first gate. And I got kind of nervous because there's nobody sitting in the seats. Well, it's because they're all on the plane.
Oh my goodness.
And we just rounded the corner and just walked right on. The literal last 2 people to get on. So anyway, we land and spent the entire day, did a lot of the kind of touristy stuff that we wanted him to see. My favorite thing to do, we had a great lunch. We had a great lunch down by Madison Square Garden and Moynihan train station. Had a great lunch, sat outside kind of on a rooftop patio concept. Had a great lunch, went to Top of the Rock, which is at Rockefeller Center. It's the best, my favorite view of the city, because you see all sides of the city, and they have couches, and you can sit and you can have snacks and do all of these things. And that was super fun. Went to Central Park. Tyler took a solid 12-minute power nap, laid down in that grass on Central Park, and went straight to sleep. And I let him do that. I was like, yeah, you need that little power nap. The ice skating rink at Central Park, super fun. It's turned into little outdoor seating, tables and chairs. People just hang out, visit.
Cool.
It's not. I've seen it be a restaurant too in the month of May, but this is just like a little hangout area. But anyway, we just had a great time. We had a super fun full day. Went downtown, spent some time in the financial district, had another great meal, and hopped on a plane and came home.
Do you know what we forgot to do?
Don't know.
You'll have to do on your next trip.
Okay.
The cute little, it's not real, but it looks real, Louis Vuitton bag that Jamie got me for my birthday.
They were everywhere.
Well, there's a lady with a number in Chinatown that has the best of the best.
They were everywhere because Tyler was asking me, he said, can we, where's Canal Street? And we weren't really near that area much. And I was like, Tyler, we will see people selling these bags everywhere, because we were also like, you know, well, and keeping in mind too, like, because you're coming right home at night, to buy something means you're carrying it around all day.
That's true.
And so you just, like that was my other rule, or my other like reminder. You can't buy stuff unless you want to carry a bag around all day. Now, what I have done for Clay is I've bought Clay tennis shoes. He puts those tennis shoes on and the old ones go in the trash.
That's a good plan. Well, what do you bring with you on the plane? Did the boys have a backpack?
No,
nothing at all. You're just there. I got my phone and my
crossbody bag, and you know, you've got chapstick, sunglasses, your ID. All my forms of payment are on my phone, so I'm not needing to scan a card anywhere. It's real. It just feels strange.
Do you feel suspicious? Like, did they think
I know that people that were walking in the airport with us that morning were probably thinking, where's their luggage? Because everybody's dragging either a check bag or a carry-on.
How light and free.
Oh, it's so fun.
And it's free. You're not paying for your ticket.
No, just
you'd have to pay for food here.
Right.
And all the adventure.
Yeah, it was great. We went to Bryant Park. It's so beautiful this time of year. We just had the best day.
What did you eat? What did you order? You remember?
No, off the top of my head, no, I cannot. At the lunch place, we had just some chicken quesadillas that were so good. And we just kept saying, I told Tyler, I said, you're going to wake up tomorrow and be like, did that really happen?
Was that a dream?
It was a dream. So we, woke up at 3 a.m. and we were back in Jackson 11:30, 11:45.
That's wild. You were there less than 24 hours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because we joked and we're like, if we stayed up, we'd be up for 24 hours. But I was like, no, we ain't doing that. But
so it's been 2 days.
Saturday, the next day was brutal. I was tired.
For Tyler too, with all his young, energetic.
Yeah, he had a birthday to go to with Emma at noon, and I was like, just sleep till 11:20, and then wake up, take a shower,
roll out,
and roll on out. But yeah, I was tired. And then we babysat last night and kept a 5-month-old.
Can we please talk about that for a minute? Because the look on your dog's face, looking at this baby like, that's my dad.
Well, and they did not know if it was a human or another puppy.
A squeaky little puppy.
They didn't know they've never seen a human that small. So Katie works for Chip, and they needed to go to a wedding, but her whole family was involved in this wedding. And Chip offered, he said, yeah, we'll keep him. And so.
What a beautiful chunk of a child.
Well, he is.
The perfect angel baby. How old is he?
5 months old.
Perfect age. When you think about the perfect chunk of a beautiful, delicious baby, this is that baby.
Except for when the pacifier falls out of their mouth every minute during the night, and you've got to plug that puppy back up. That was tough. That was tough. And when it's not your own and you've never kept that child before, you're like, I don't know. Do you like this? Do you like this? What do I need to know about you, little fella?
And they can't tell you.
No. And mom, and he is extremely laid back, but also every squeak, you're like, oh my God, are you okay? Oh my God. And then
Look at him and make sure he's breathing.
The dogs were worked up. They were licking his little face, but he's got a dog at home, so he wasn't super rattled by them, but I'm exhausted.
I bet.
Yeah.
You did New York and a baby.
Yeah, all in a weekend. So
and Chip's face, he was so locked in on the Bluey episode.
He was tired. And yeah, so
had he ever seen Bluey
No,
before?
He didn't have a clue.
He looked very engaged with the show.
And I know you asked like what episode was it? And here's what's funny, because I only know about Bluey through Susie and you.
I told my children that we watched Bluey.
I have no idea what it was until now.
I just want y'all to imagine Susie, Fran, and Angela piled up in one queen-size bed in our pajamas watching Bluey on my iPad because Susie said so. And it was the Grumpy Grannies.
Yeah, Grouchy Grannies.
Grouchy Grannies, which is now the name of our group text. And it is the best episode. If you have not watched Grouchy Grannies.
I was trying to explain all that to Chip, and it was going right over his head.
Chip did not care.
And just the whole concept of this particular episode, because I was so tired, I was struggling. Like, I just knew that they were having some kind of nail salon, and they were painting nails, and the men were trying to cut down a tree stump or pull out a tree stump. And I was like, I have no idea what's happening right now. Could you get me another cup of coffee, please?
Their episodes are so cute.
Oh, they're precious.
You don't have to have a child at home to watch Bluey.
Yeah.
We recommend it.
So all of that, this whole 48 hours.
It's like your own, yes.
I said to Chip, I said, do you know what? I feel like a horrible human being, but this is what I want for lunch. She said, what? Because I had already taken a nap at 10 o'clock in the morning. The baby was picked up at 9. And I had fallen asleep
okay, good night.
For 1 hour on the couch. I slept from 10 to 11 because Chip went to Lowe's and do all this stuff. I didn't think we would be going to church. I didn't know what time they were picking him up. So when it became evident we're not going to church, I was like, oh, I'm going back to bed at 10 o'clock. Well, then Chip gets home. He's doing whatever. And at noon, I was starving. And I said, I'm going to Wendy's. Do you want anything?
Scandal. When is the last time Wendy's came up in conversation? Did you get a Frosty and dip some fries in it?
No, but I just got a cheeseburger, fries, and a big fat Coke. And I thought, well, am I in college or what?
Basically.
Yeah.
Well, you've been to New York. And
exhausted. I've earned every bit of that. Yes.
Speaking of Frosties and ice cream, have we talked about Fryce on 12 South where you dip the fries in the ice cream? It's called Fryce. It's so good.
Yeah, I think you brought it up to me.
We did talk about it.
But I love that. I love French fries dipped in a Frosty. I bet there's people that go, I've never heard of that, or that's the most disgusting thing in all the world.
Well,
that's okay.
We don't care.
No, we don't care.
Y'all aren't stopping us.
No. But yeah, I think that's super fun.
There's also a place on 12 South that's like a cereal bar. Like you can go in and get all the different kinds of cereal and put it on ice cream or put it in a bowl with milk.
When you said cereal, I was like a serial killer?
Not a serial killer.
Cereal you eat.
Cereal that you eat.
Okay,
Fruit
start
Loops.
over. It's a
Fruit
what?
Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Cheerios. It's like a buffet. You get any kind of cereal. It's a teenage boy's dream. When we go this summer for the state tournament, we rent a house near 12 South, and I'm taking Cole and his friends.
It's just bowls of cereal?
Yeah, it's kind of like, trying to think of Kaylee went and said, Mom, y'all definitely, this would be so fun for the boys. But you can put it on ice cream. You can just get whatever. Well, it's kind of like, I'm so impressed here at the cafeteria. You get your cereal.
Yeah.
On demand.
Yeah.
Any kind you want.
Yeah.
But anyway, she said it was good.
What's it called?
I don't
The
remember.
cereal bar?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's super fun.
I will look that up.
That's fun.
Because it is fun.
That's great.
It's a fun little place. So, okay, summer. When you think about summer.
A hysterectomy?
Oh, gosh. I was going to say, what is on your bucket list? Let's get Fran fixed.
That's happening.
We are going to take care of all your woes this summer.
As our friend Susanna B. Lewis says, she goes, that's garbage day. Garbage day's coming.
Yes.
June the 2nd.
Oh,
so
Fran,
that's all I've got on my mind.
Mark June 2nd on your calendar. We're going to be praying for you. Well, after that day, you'll have a whole summer to do something.
Yeah.
What sounds fun this summer?
Well, the only other thing that's calendared is going back to the Dominican the 3rd week of July, or maybe the 11th through the 18th, something like that. Our oldest son turns 30.
What?
You know, he and Clay,
Thomas.
Cole and Clay have the same birthday.
That's right. Cole will be 18 and Clay will be 30. What is happening? How did we get there?
I know. So I feel really, really old.
Wow.
So I don't know what we're doing. It'll all depend on, he'll come home at some point, but I don't think we're going anywhere. We don't have anything planned, but just for a variety of reasons. Things going on, coming up that I don't know what we're doing. So
it's hard when they get older.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. Work.
My mom used to have this huge paper wall calendar, and we all had a different color magic marker. And it was like, Angela's activities are in red.
Yeah.
Danielle's are in blue.
I may have to do some of that.
You may have to do that.
Yeah.
Get everybody coordinated.
Yeah.
Well, I'm signed up to work at Vacation Bible School.
I love
and
it.
I cannot wait. I don't know where they'll put me. I said, put me wherever you need help. So that can mean a variety. They don't want me to sing. I'll probably wind up singing and dancing, which is also
I need
fine,
you to do that because Dr. Dub's admin assistant, Mandy Benefield, she was telling me this past week that she is overseeing like the song and dance portion for elementary age kids. And
How fun.
And so, Dr. Dub, if you're listening to this, the week that you're out of town, I told her that would be a great week to practice.
She could come in here and get on the microphone.
I mean, she could just like learn the dances.
Yes.
She's got to be able to teach all this to people. So I need you to do that too.
Well, go Mandy. I'm a terrible and also wonderful guinea pig because like if she needs somebody to practice on, I'll come help her.
That's what I told her. I said, I'll come up here and I'll make
She
it
could
fun.
teach us.
Yeah, let me be the guinea pig. You teach me and I'll easily act like I'm 7.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
VBS.
That's right.
Do you know the name of it? I'm always like,
It's something about neon.
Okay. I love when I'm always
bulletin.
like, what's the name of VBS? You know, what's being spit out by the people, the publishers, what's the curriculum?
I don't know that I have my church bulletin with me.
The one they're using at West Jackson is like Illumination
That's
Station.
It. Yes,
okay.
that's it.
That's the one they're using. You need to come practice with Mandy.
I
then.
ordered a T-shirt, and the teenagers, Cole's and the youth, and they lead the games. So I know I won't be doing games. It's either crafts or lesson or
you need to be
music.
singing and dancing.
So we'll just see. I have a feeling I'll be singing and dancing regardless.
Yeah, they don't care. They're kids. Remember,
they don't care. They will love me and think I'm funny.
They will.
They will. So. Yeah, so we're doing that. We're doing the RV thing at the Nationals in July. We are going to Costa Rica. I think we talked about
that. When is that?
That is July. We leave on July the 4th.
Oh, wow.
Happy 250th birthday, America. We won't be in America to celebrate. But I know, and Kaylee was in a wedding last year and was in Africa the year before that. So she is really missing having a hot dog and some fireworks on July the 4th. But
you can do it on the 3rd.
We'll just do it on the 3rd. But yeah, we're doing that. And I am very aware that I have 1 year until Cole graduates. So I'm practicing my live smaller, be at home, be more present, focus on my family.
That's always a good thing.
Always a good thing. That's the season of life. So I am I sound like a broken record, but I really, really, really want to not be on my technology, on my phone. I want to just be present. I want to read more. I have some books that I'm excited to read. And you and I are speaking at some little churches here and there.
Yes, I love that.
This summer, and we've got some booked into the fall. So if you're listening and you have a ladies ministry and you need a speaker, we're good for that because we're free and we're fun. And we love Jesus. So we will we'll make you smile and encourage you and point you straight to Scripture. But we also, Fran, have a 12-year anniversary of Fran and Angela.
How about that?
May the 30th was the Joy Green event at our barn. And somewhere before May 30th, 12 years ago, we became Fran and Angela.
Look at there. Thank you, Lord, for that gift.
Happy anniversary to us.
Hey, did you watch? I pointed this to Dub. So if you haven't watched it, you're going to watch it. I'm going to also we'll put it in show notes as well as share it in stories because it's so good. There's a country music star, Eric Church, delivered the commencement at UNC.
I loved this.
Y'all, I sent it to Dr. Dub because I thought, well, of all, I was like, I thought it was so good, but then also some things that I think are so good, I know that other people are like, Fran, that was very average. But it was all over the place online. And so I finally watched it. I got one of my coworkers, Hayden. I said, Hayden, have you seen this? He said, no. I said, come in, give me 15 minutes. Let's watch it. And I was blown away. If you have not watched it, again, we'll put it in show notes and stories, but he structured his address around the 6 strings of a guitar.
And can we pause real quick and just say this? Instead of just going to give a speech, he said, hold on. Instead of me just writing a speech, this is the language I know and live in and understand. So, with this world of AI and, hey, just give me talking points. How it was so incredible because it was true to who God made him to be. And his delivery of it was straight from his calling and his purpose. So anyway,
it's so good. And I mean, like, I don't know. Working at Union, I have attended many graduations and listened to many of commencement speeches. And so you kind of step into a graduation already kind of like, who's it going to be? Is it going to be interesting? Are they going to say the same things? Like it just kind of feels like a very familiar soundtrack to people that are graduating, like
predictable.
It does. It feels like I know kind of how they're going to go about this based on what's going on in the world and that kind of thing. And so he just, like you said, went about it with a completely different way. And I loved it. He approached it musically through the guitar because that's what he knows. And so,
and he had his guitar.
And with each string, he would, what do you call that? Strum. I was going to say string the string.
Sure.
So anyway, really quickly, the 6 strings of life. Low E was what he started with. That was your faith. The A string was family. D, partnership, talking about marriage. The G was ambition and resilience. B was community. And the high E was individuality. He said he concluded the address by summarizing the difference between a life that sounds like music and one that sounds like noise. He noted that all the strings will inevitably drift out of tune. He encouraged the graduating class to stop, listen, hear which string is out of pitch, and be humble enough to make the adjustment instead of just turning up the volume and hoping no one notices. Give the man a standing ovation. It was fantastic.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was great. Worth the 15 minutes. And then he sang a song at the end, which I didn't listen to, but
I didn't either.
That's okay.
I didn't make it that far, but I loved the speech. And then also when I was sitting at the Madison High School graduation, I didn't think about this until just now, but both the valedictorian and the salutatorian, they were both females. They were incredible. And both of their speeches talked about how they had failed so many times and all that they had learned through the failure. And we've talked about that. I don't know how many times. It was so refreshing to not have people up there saying, look at how smart I am. And here's how, whatever. It was not the usual thing that I expected to hear. And I was so proud of them for having a sense of humor and being able to, talk about themselves without, of course they don't have to be afraid. They're the daggum valedictorian, but to say, instead of what I've accomplished, let me tell you what I failed and how it was just so powerful and relatable because of that.
Something that Dr. Dub says a lot, and if I could have him speak to a group of students on this, I would. Maybe he will one day. It would be on cultivating humility.
Oh, yeah.
And I would love a whole session on what does that sound like, act like, look like. How does one cultivate humility in the day-to-day when you're trying to grow up and be confident and figure out who you are? And for those 2 girls, they're clearly very intelligent and they're very gifted, but they are showing such beautiful examples of humility by talking about how they have failed. Yep. And that is really, that's what people remember, and that's what you're drawn to, not somebody that's arrogant for crying out loud.
It made us lean in instead of going, oh, good for you, you're so smart, whatever. But it was like, oh, wow, that's surprising.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be.
Right.
And then I was thinking to myself, well, yeah, all these lessons I learned, I wouldn't have learned them if I'd just been perfect and sailed through.
Yeah. Well, that's how we learn.
Absolutely.
Okay. Are you going to read us memory verses?
I am.
Okay. Y'all, this has been so fun. Thank you for memorizing scripture with us this year, too.
Yes. Okay. Well, this month's memory verse is from Ecclesiastes 3, and it's so fitting for this season of life. We're all in a season, and we're designed for seasons. And the heading in my Bible says, The Mystery of Time.
Well, looky there.
And I don't even know what translation this is. So, Fran, you may want to share it in the translation you're memorizing. But Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1 says, There is an occasion for everything and a time for every activity under heaven.
Yes.
So good.
I love it.
So good. So whatever season we're in, that, the summer season to me signifies it's time to slow down. It's time to rest. It's time to get outside, get some sunshine, get some just some new ideas. I want my brain to be bored so it will create again. I'm ready to be in that place of, I'm going to try to make myself sit still for lengthy periods of time, and I will twitch and be antsy, and it will drive me crazy. And I'll look at the clock and it'll probably be 3 whole minutes went by and not 32. But that's one of the things I really want to focus on is just...
Yeah.
How do we hear a still small voice from the Lord if there's so much noise constantly running through our brains? So.
Well, and at the same time, sitting still and letting your mind just, it can be bored, but it can also think and contemplate and meditate and
breathe.
Yeah, just let healthy thoughts roll around in your brain. But also at the same time, summer is a wonderful time, yes, of rest and just a new rhythm and a new schedule, but also maybe you have time to consider what you're filling your mind with and let that be something different. I think summer is just a fantastic season to just reevaluate because it is for most people such a shift in your schedule. Even if you don't work in an academic schedule and even if you don't have families and you're single, like there's just something about summer that causes you to recognize, this is different. What should I be doing right now? What can I do different? Kind of like January. What do I need to be doing differently right now?
And we've talked about books that we're reading, but I don't know if we've talked on our podcast, but the 2819 Church, Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell is so incredible. If you just need somebody to listen to, when I'm trying to do 2 things on my walks. I'm trying to do some walking with absolutely nothing but the birds singing, and I'm trying to do some walks with really good pastors and teachers that I trust. And we've talked about the Perrys, and it's just a good time to reset.
Yeah. Let me tell you something really quick. The most recent episode with the Perrys. Oh my gosh, y'all.
I've not listened to it yet. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh. It is so good. It is
Was it part 2 with Matt Chandler?
No, I listened to both of those.
I still need to order that book.
This is called, are you ready? Like they do not play around, but it's not in a harsh way. It's so convicting and a perfect episode to listen to going into the summer. It's called Christians, It's Time to Grow Up.
Oh,
so I listened to that the other night when I was walking, and I was just like, I want to download the entire transcript. It's so good.
It's our season to grow up.
So good, y'all. Listen to that too. Okay, Angela, I'll see you in August. What the heck? We never know when we'll be back, but it'll be the middle of August, second week of August, typically.
The beginning of Cole Snyder's senior year.
I mean, everybody.
I'll try not to be annoying, but no promises.
That's okay. Well, y'all, this was so fun. We wish you nothing but fun and joy and rest and new things with the Lord and your family, and just be obedient to what He's asking you to do. And we love you guys. Thanks for listening. And I don't know, we'll see you in a few months. Wow.
Let us know what y'all are doing this summer. Send us some messages.
And I have no idea if social media will be active or not. It could be very, very quiet because that's another thing that just needs to take
It needs a sabbatical.
It needs to take a rest and not be thinking about anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, you guys are amazing. We love you so much. Have a fantastic summer. We'll see you in August.